Let's start the show with Pakistan, a country that has harbored terrorism as an ecosystem and a foreign policy, now faces a major challenge. Defense and intelligence agencies in Pakistan, which were supporters and protectors of terrorism, are no longer able to protect the terror ecosystem in the country, as the entire setup is about to collapse on itself. But repeated incidents of killing terrorists and civilians on Pakistani soil now raise questions about the security situation in the country. However, the country has still not refrained from blaming India repeatedly for its security collapse without any proof to back its claims. We have a report.
Pakistan's terror ecosystem now faces a security threat originating from within. Islamabad's Army and Inter-Services Intelligence Agency, which once supported terrorism, now is no longer able to provide a safe haven for terrorists anymore. Repeated incidents of targeted killings orchestrated by unknown assailants upon wanted terrorists now raise questions about the country's security situation. The most recent incident in the long list of these targeted killings resulted in the death of Dawood Malik in the Mir Ali area of North Waziristan. The founder of the terrorist organization Lashkar-e-Jabbar, Malik was a close ally of one of India's most wanted terrorists and Jaish-e-Mohammed chief Masood Azhar, the mastermind behind the 2019 Pulwama attack.
After USA withdrew from Afghanistan, a lot of terrorist groups have become active there. To name a few, Al-Qaeda is active, ISIS is active, Taliban of course is active, and the one that is creating maximum problem for Pakistan is a group called TTP, Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan, and despite all the efforts, Pakistan has not been able to stop it. Pakistan has been trying to construct a fence on the Pakistan-Afghanistan border, also called as Durand Line, but the fence has proved very, very ineffective. The Afghan terrorists cross at their will. Now what happens is Pakistan has been, there's been a phrase which is being used repeatedly, good terrorist and bad terrorist, meaning good terrorist means the ones who are on the side of the Pakistanis, especially the ones acting against India. And the bad terrorist means the ones who are acting against Pakistan. But what you have to understand is this kind of a distinction is not very easy, simply because terrorism gets mixed up with each other. Terrorists may be of any type against Pakistan, against India, but there is a lot of common ground. They exchange weapons among them. They help each other in carrying out narcotics. They help each other for carrying out resources.
The killing of Dawood Malik in broad daylight on Pakistani soil is the third incident of targeted killings orchestrated by unknown gunmen within a month. Prior to Malik's death, Shahid Latif, a conspirator behind the 2016 Pathankot attack, and Mufti Kaisar Farooq, a close associate of Hafiz Saeed, the mastermind behind the 26/11 Mumbai attacks, met their fate at the hands of unknown assailants within days. Not just the killings of terror associates, but Pakistan's innocent civilians also face a severe security threat in their own country.
Each Tanzim wants to show that it's doing a better job. Pakistan's ISI, who are their paymasters, and Pakistani army, that they're doing a much better job than the other two Tanzims. For their own living, they have to show to the world that they're creating adequate violence.
Such repeated target killings of terrorists and civilians both in broad daylight itself ensure that the country is on a path of a total security collapse. Recently, Pakistan's largest province of Balochistan witnessed a major twin blast which resulted in the deaths of over 60 civilians who had gathered to participate in a procession organized to celebrate Prophet Muhammad's birth. However, Pakistan's administration in this case was quick to hold India's research and analysis wing, known as RAW, responsible for the security lapse in Balochistan.
ऑर्गेनाइज्ड प्रेजेंस जो है वो इस दहशतगर्द तंजीम की बलूचिस्तान में इससे पहले नहीं थी। अब उनके ये जो हमले हो रहे हैं, ज़ाहिर है हम इन्वेस्टिगेट कर रहे हैं कि बसा औकात ये होता है कि हमला कोई और करता है, कबूल कोई और करता है। जो मर्जी हो, वो दाइश हो, वो टीटीपी हो, वो कोई और हो, कोई भी किसी भी नाम पर वायलेंस कर रहा है, वायलेंस जो है वो सिर्फ स्टेट एक्सरसाइज करेगी, वो कोई भी, उससे हमें कोई फ़र्क नहीं पड़ता है। हम मज़ीद जो ये लोग जो फैसिलिटेशन का रोल प्ले कर रहे हैं, जो भी कर रहा है, वो कोई भी हो, जो भी उसको आप नाम दे दें, हमारे लिए ये सब एक है, सबकी नानी एक है, सबको एक जगह से हैंडल किया जा रहा है। रॉ इन सब के पीछे इससे पहले जितने वाक़यात हुए, इस पर अभी इन्वेस्टिगेशन हो रही है, इससे पहले जितने वाक़यात हुए वो सब अनर्थ हुए, जितने बड़े वाक़यात बलूचिस्तान में हुए, और सब के पीछे जो है वो रॉ की इन्वॉल्वमेंट रही है। और जो वो पाकिस्तान को जो कुव्वतें डिस्टेबलाइज करना चाहती हैं, हम उनके अगेंस्ट जाएंगे।
Pakistan, a country which in the past has been proven to shelter the world's most wanted terrorist Osama bin Laden, and even today is the home of several designated terrorists like Masood Azhar and Hafiz Saeed, all of whom are key conspirators behind anti-India activities. Islamabad now is left with no option but to blame India and external forces for their security threats on its people. However, the fact still remains that it has a home for healthy and prospering terror ecosystem. And any attempts to damage and blame India are collectively just another attempt by Islamabad to shift the attention of its security breakdown away from itself.